But you can get there as you learn to trust God. Say learn. It just says learn of me. Part of learning is forgetting, letting it go. Sometimes we say that and feel like, well, you mean it didn't matter? It did matter. But God created us to move forward in life.
Amen.
And part of it is to have a level of peace, and we can't live peaceful if we're living in the past of all the hurts and the pains, disappointments,
Amen.
or lost opportunities. So that's a learned behavior to stay in the past. If most of the folk you hang around with and listen to are in the past a lot, you're probably doing the same thing. Your closest friend, your circle. Because things happen to people who move on. They can go back and say, yeah, that happened, I'll give you a list. But they don't dwell there.
Right.
That's why Paul said, forgetting those things which are behind. You're not hating on them.
Amen.
But you're reaching forward. Reaching forward.
Reaching forward.
For those things which are before. I press toward the mark for the prize of the higher calling. There's a higher calling for all of us. That's why I like this song as well, as Kim was singing earlier. Mary, did you know? I think about that when I hear that song a lot about, I had no idea, but guess what? You have no idea who's inside of you, what God wants to do in you.
Yes.
Till you trust God.
Yes.
Start walking more in his peace. Say, walk more in his peace.
Walk more in his peace.
And begin to enter into his rest.
Amen.
We'll talk more about that. But this whole area of peace is huge. And as I start looking at it closer, I start realizing there's more to it than just the word peace, God. There's some other aspects of it. I got to know you better. And then I have to trust you. I have to trust you. And I have to learn to trust you. We have to learn to trust God, y'all.
Amen.
And don't, well, I got a peace, but then my head says, ignore the head when you got a peace.
Amen. Amen.
I'm going to say it again. When you got a peace about something and the head says, analytics says, you got to ignore that and stick with the peace. Most successful men and women in business, for example, in their careers, in general in life, they'll tell you, when I follow my gut, they may not be Christian, follow my gut, my hunch, my peace, I made a good decision. Because when I didn't follow that, I messed up. Yeah. God is all about peace. He's the God of peace.
Amen.
Say he's the God of peace.
God of peace.
And for us to accomplish the purpose for our life, we have to live at a level of peace and rest that allow us to get there. Otherwise, the stresses of life, which comes with the confusions of life, poor decisions and confusion and stresses, because you're not 100%. You're distracted. You fight in battle you shouldn't have to fight. Spending energy and resources because you made decisions not in peace, not a place of rest. So you made it worse. And I'm going to blame God. It's not God, it's us. We got to learn, and my hands go up. We got to learn to walk in this peace and rest that God has for us.
Amen.
And I'm going to do my best to help teach you to do that and follow me in that. I'm walking this more in my life. As an individual, as a husband, as a father, as a bishop, pastor, person. God's been speaking to me about this.